I just wanted to get on here real quick and give you an update on the Clarisonic and what I like or don't like about it. I've used it for 2 weeks straight now, and I like it. I think it's working out well. Let me tell you the things that I've noticed about it. I've noticed that my skin is more luminous, if that makes sense. It's less dull. It definitely is getting my face cleaner than just, you know, a washcloth or my hands. You can tell after you wash your face with it that it's just like shiny clean, if that makes sense. One of the things I noticed that was really a little bit trippy, if that makes sense, is exactly a week to the day after I first started using it. I don't even remember what I was doing. I was sitting around and then the side of my nose kind of started to itch, and I went to like scratch the side of my nose and it was like it felt wet. And so I went in the bathroom, and all along both sides of my nose, like right in like that crease of your nose, there was like a whole bunch of whiteheads. It's like they just, like an hour after I had cleaned my face, all these whiteheads popped up. And I was like, okay. So I have one of, you know, these handy little tools that you can use. One side's for like blackheads and the other side's for whiteheads, and you just like sterilize it with alcohol. Well, I took like and pressed on the side of my nose and then took it and just kind of ran it. You just gently press and then just roll it down, and all these whiteheads came out both sides. It was really pretty, I don't know, gross and fascinating at the same time, if that makes sense. But after I did that, then they were gone. There's nothing. And I've noticed, like, if I get out my magnifying mirror, it doesn't look like my pores appear any smaller to me, but they look cleaner. I guess I never really realized that I must have had some blackheads on my nose, because now where there were like little black pinprints or whatever, it's just the pore. It doesn't look like anything's in it. And so from what I've read, eventually your face will be so clean that your pores will look smaller. I guess they don't really actually ever shrink. They just don't have gunk in them, so they don't, I don't really know exactly how to explain it. The other thing I noticed was, normally every month like clockwork, I break out on my chin around my period. Nothing, not a single thing, not even a tingle for, you know, because I had my period last week, as if you all wanted to know that. But normally I can expect to get zits on my chin. I didn't have a single pimple. And so that was really nice. I do have this spot on the side of my cheek where I have had like just a small section of cystic acne, where you get like a pimple that's under the skin, and either it finally will come to a head or it'll never come to a head, but they're there for a really, really long time. And I've had one, and I noticed that if I press, I can still feel it, but it's not as red, and it's smaller. So, and sometimes in the winter I'll get like a pretty good sized patch, and so far so good. And another thing is, normally this time of year when it starts getting really cold outside, I get like really flaky on my forehead, and I have to moisturize really good in here. And even if excuse me, even if I do moisturize really good, I notice around my eyebrows and here I'm like really flaky. I don't have that. So I'm sure it's because it exfoliates really well. I use this once a day, and I use it in the evenings. I wash my eye makeup off, and I use a makeup wipe to wipe my makeup off, and then I use this to finish the job. It's really, really easy. I haven't had to charge it yet. It says it will run approximately 28 days, and it doesn't even seem like it's getting less powerful or anything. One thing that I really, really like about it is the timer feature, where when I did the demo I showed you where it beeps. All that ticking is my dog. it beeps and it tells you when to move to the next spot. So you do 20 seconds on the forehead, 20 seconds in the T-zone, and then 10 on each cheek. And that's another thing, is I can tell my skin has gotten used to it, because about the first 4 days after I would use it, even though I wasn't pressing really hard, my cheeks got really red. And then about the 5th day, my cheeks don't get red anymore. So I think it's working for, you know, and I've heard about that whole purging process where it says it draws things out of your skin. And some things you read say that that's a myth. Other things you read, people say from their own experiences they've had that happen. From my own experience, that had to be what was going on with my nose. I mean, that was just so weird, but I've never had that before. And as soon as I used my little tool to run it down the side of my nose, I haven't had that since. I mean, I was like sitting there with that magnifying mirror the next few days, like looking over there and everything, and it's just pores now. There's nothing in there. So, and I've never had that before. So I know that that was this helping to pull out those impurities. So far so good. I got my first bill from QVC for my first payment. It's only 20 some bucks, you know, so that's good. 5 payments. So yeah, I just wanted to get on and let you know how the first 2 weeks went. I'll probably do another update after it's been a month, and we'll see what goes there. I'm hoping that maybe I'll see a little bit of less pores, if that makes sense. I mean, I know your pores don't go away, but I'm just hoping that mine won't be as, I don't know what words to use. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Maybe I should film early in the mornings and not after a full day of work. I guess I want them to be less noticeable. That's it. So yeah, I'm happy with it so far, and I'll let you know after a month passes how I'm still feeling about it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.